So last time we have started for the derivation of prism formula. Means want to find the expression for the refractive index of the glass medium of the prism or transparent medium of the prism mu. म्यूचा फॉर्म्युला आपल्याला डिराईव्ह करायचा आहे. सो दिस डेरिव्हेशन इज लेंथी. Therefore, we have seen first part of this derivation in the last lecture. We have proved that A plus delta is equal to I plus E. So again I will repeat that part because derivation is lengthy, so you should know the steps. So same figure is given in our notes also. Even leveling is also same. So ABC, I will describe the figure. ABC is a principal section of a prism. Let the ray of light is incident along the path PQ on the surface AB. If we draw a normal to the surface AB, normal NQ, then this angle is 90 degree, this angle is also 90 degree. So this is angle I. Angle PQN is the angle between the incident ray and normal, therefore it is called as I, angle of incidence. Now at point Q, there is a change in medium. The ray of light passes from air to glass due to the presence of the prism. The prism was ठेवला नसता तर काय झालं असतं मग? In the absence of the prism, this PQ ray will continue up to the P dash. So PQ P dash, it is the direction of the incident ray without prism. This is the property called as a rectilinear propagation of light. So PQ P dash is the direction of the incident ray without prism. But due to the prism at point Q, first refraction will take place on the surface AB. The ray of light passes from air to glass, rarer to denser medium. It will bend toward the normal. So R1, angle of refraction, it is less than R because this is the angle in denser medium. So R1 is the angle of refraction at first refraction at point Q. Now QR is the ray after refraction, therefore it is called as a refracted ray. PQ is the incident ray, QR is the refracted ray. Now this is refracted ray for surface AB. This is incident ray for surface AC. The second surface study for incident ray. So this incident ray PQ is now going from glass to air. Glass to air. Glass is a denser medium, air is a rarer medium. So if we draw this normal, then it bends away. It is going in a rarer medium, therefore it bends away, making an angle E. So RS is the emergent ray. PQ incident ray, QR a refracted ray, RS emergent ray, angle of emergence like this. R2 is the angle of refraction. Actually त्याला angle of refraction का म्हटलं तर reason काल मी सांगितलं. By the principle of reversibility of light, if the direction of the ray of light is reversed, then the ray of light will move from S to R. So in that case, SR will be the incident ray, RQ will be the refracted ray, and QP will be the emergent ray. So in that case, this will be angle of incidence, this will be the angle of refraction. So R1 and R2 are angle of refraction. Now if this is R1, if this is I, yesterday we have shown that this is I minus R1 because this total angle is I, vertically opposite angle, this total angle is E. So I minus R1 is equal to this angle, E minus R2 is equal to this remaining angle in triangle TQR. Now we have seen one new term, that is angle of deviation. So this angle is called as the angle of deviation. These are vertically opposite angle, therefore this is also angle of deviation. So there are two angle of deviation in our figure. Notes मध्ये पण हा अँगल ऍड करून दाखवलेला नाही आपण. So it is the angle between the direction of the incident ray PP dash and direction of emergent ray H dash S. This is the emergent ray. The angle between the direction of incident ray and emergent ray is called as the angle of deviation. It is the angle by which the direction of the incident ray changes, deviates. The incident ray deviates, changes its direction by this angle, therefore it is called as the angle of deviation. This is the definition of angle of deviation. Now, what was the mathematical steps that we have seen last time? First step. Now in this triangle QMR, what is the equation? R1 plus second angle R2 plus angle QMR. This sum of the three angle is equal to 180 degree. So this is equation E. Now in quadrilateral AQMR, आता इथला इक्वेशन काय A plus angle AQM. So this is normal, therefore AQM is equal to 90 degree plus QMR plus MRA. Sum of the four angle is 360 degree. Now this is normal. This is normal. Therefore this angle MRA is also 90 degree. So these two angles are 90 degree. 90 plus 90 is equal to 180. It will subtract. So A plus angle QMR is equal to 360 minus this 90 plus 90, 180 will subtract. So this is equal to 180 degree. This is equation B. So in equation A and B, right hand side is 180, 180 same. So we can equate the left hand side. So A plus angle QMR is equal to R1 plus R2 plus angle QMR. So QMR gets cancelled, and therefore we have obtained this equation. A is equal to R1 plus R2. So we will require this equation. So I will note here A is equal to R1 plus R2. So this is equation 1. Now in this triangle, the delta is a exterior angle. तर आपल्याला ट्रायंगल साठी थेरम माहिती, exterior angle is always equal to sum of the two interior angles. So delta is equal to angle TQR plus angle TRQ. In triangle TQR, so I will repeat that angle. This is Q, this is R, this is T, this is P dash, this is S. So this is emergent ray. So this is incident ray. Therefore this is angle of deviation delta. So delta is equal to this plus this. So in this triangle, the exterior angle delta is equal to angle TQR plus angle TRQ. आणि हे दोघे अँगल फिगरमध्ये ऑलरेडी आपण ऍड केलेले. दिस इज I minus R1 plus E minus R2. So if we open this, then I plus E minus into bracket R1 plus R2. But by equation 1, R1 plus R2 is equal to E. So delta is equal to I plus E, and this bracket is minus A. So this minus A will become plus. So A plus delta is equal to I plus E. This is equation second. तर इथपर्यंतचा पार्ट आपण काल डिराईव्ह केलेला आहे. सो आय विल नोट दिस इक्वेशन साइड बाय साइड हियर. E plus delta is equal to I plus E. This is equation second. A is equal to R1 plus R2, where A is the angle of prism. I will show in my figure. This is the angle of prism. If it is the equilateral prism, then it will be 60 degree. R1 is the angle of refraction at first surface. R2 is the angle of refraction at second surface. So delta is the angle of deviation. I is equal to angle of incidence. E is equal to angle of emergence. Now, using this equation, we can approach to this expression for the refractive index. So now this is not necessary for us. So I have written this equation here. So what is the interesting property of this equation? For a given prism, A is constant. Now, what is variable I? आपण हा I change करू शकतो. For example, if the incident ray is taken in this direction, then I will be only this much. So I is equal to 20 degree. Now this will be 25 degree, 30 degree, 35 degree, 50, 60. तर हा I आपण 0 पासून 90 पर्यंत चेंज करू शकतो. So you have to perform one experiment. This determination of refractive index of the glass prism. This experiment we have to perform in laboratory. So that method is like this. We have to change the angle of incidence. So the observations are like this. Observations. Angle of incidence I and corresponding angle of deviation delta. असं टेबल आपल्याला ऑब्झर्वेशन म्हणून तयार करायचं असतं. सो आय इज इक्वल टू 30 डिग्री, 35 डिग्री, 40 डिग्री, 45 डिग्री, 50 डिग्री एक्सेट्रा. याच्या अगोदरचे पण रिडिंग तुम्ही घेऊ शकता. 25, 55 एक्सेट्रा. Like this. So for the first value, this incident ray is in this direction. So refracted ray will change, therefore angle of emergence will also change. So this I changes, E changes, but A is constant, therefore delta also changes. So it is found that the value of delta are like this. Let some student has taken the observation, and observations are of this type. Say this is 37 degree, then this is say 40 degree, 44 degree, so this is 39 degree, 43 degree, like this. असे ऑब्झर्वेशन्स आपल्याला मिळतात. See the table. Angle of incidence increases by 5 degree, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. But angle of deviation first decreases 44, 40, 37. He minimum value. Again it increases. Now observations are like this. इथे थोडासा angle मध्ये change होईल. 1-2 डिग्रीचा फरक होतो, बाकी काही नाही. So if we are using the equilateral prism, A is equal to 60 degree, then the observations are like this. Sometimes this may be 38, this may be 39, this may be 41, 42, etc. But observations are like this. First delta decreases, it becomes minimum, and then again increases. So what are the observations? And the angle of incidence I increases. Now we know the meaning of this symbol. हे आपला सिम्बॉल इन्क्रीज होत असेल क्वांटिटीचा एरो अपवर्ड डायरेक्शन दाखवायचं, डिक्रीज होत असेल तर खाली दाखवायचं. ॲज आय इन्क्रीजेस इनिशियली angle of deviation delta decreases first part, then delta becomes minimum and third part delta then increases. इथे तो increase होतोय, इथे minimum झाला, इथे decrease होतो. So this delta decreases, becomes minimum and again increases like this. आता याचा ग्राफ जर आपण काढला तर so angle of deviation changes with angle of incidence. Direction of the incident ray changes, angle of deviation also changes like this. याचा ग्राफ आपल्याला काढायचा. So the nature of the graph is like this. We are plotting the values of angle of deviation on y-axis and angle of incidence on x-axis. So that graph is like this. Zero, zero. This angle of incidence is equal to say 30. Sorry, origin 0, 0 by just again this is 25. This is 40, 45, 50. Angle of deviation values are plotted like this. This is the 35, sorry, 30. हे दोघे व्हॅल्यू आपण वाय एक्सिसला 25 पासून स्टार्ट केलं. 35, 40, 45, 50. दोघीकडे स्केल मी सारखं घेतलेलं. नाउ अप्रॉक्सिमेटली मार्क द पॉइंट्स. पहिला पॉईंट कुठे आहे मग 30 डिग्री 44. सो 30 डिग्री अँगल ऑफ इन्सिडन्स ऑन x axis, angle of deviation on y axis. So I is equal to 30 degree, delta is equal to 44. So it is nearly here. हा झाला पहिला पॉइंट. सेकंड पॉइंट 35 degree 40 degree, 35 40. So it is the intersection approximately here. This is second point. Then 40 degree 37 degree, 40 degree 37 degree approximately here. Like this. 45 degree 39. So 39 degree means it is somewhere here. And 45 50 43 degree. Like this. So the graph is like this. So you can plot this graph. So if we join the graph, nature of the graph is like this. आपल्या नोट्समध्ये हा ग्राफमध्ये ऑब्झर्वेशन जास्त घेतलेले, त्याच्यामुळे आपल्याला जो ग्राफ मिळतो तर त्या ग्राफचं नेचर असं दाखवलं. हा पार्ट जरा असा अजून वरती नेलेला आहे. सो नेचर ऑफ द ग्राफ इज लाईक दिस. So the graph of angle of deviation against angle of incidence is like this. From observation, practical ची तुम्हाला अशी ऑब्झर्वेशन घ्यायची आहे. From observation we can plot the graph and the graph is like this. So conclusion of the graph are important. हा पहिला conclusion झाला. Conclusion. As the angle of incidence R increases, initially angle of deviation decreases, it becomes minimum and then increases. तीन पार्ट झाले. Decreases, becomes minimum and increases. So this is the minimum value. हा सर्वात खालचा जो पॉइंट आहे ती मिनिमम व्हॅल्यू आहे. ती मिनिमम व्हॅल्यू आपल्या याच्यामध्ये 37 डिग्री draw perpendicular. So this is the 37 degree and this is delta m. This is delta m. M for minimum. Now, if we consider any of remaining values, say this delta. This delta is nearly 43 degree. It is more than 37 degree. So, what are the properties of delta and delta minimum? That we have to see. So, case number 1. When delta is greater than delta m, then there are two values of angle of incidence I1 and I2. How? When the angle of deviation is greater than delta m, there are two values of angle of incidence I1 and I2. जे आपल्याला थोडक्यात y कोऑर्डिनेट माहिती आहे, डेल्टा इज इक्वल टू 43 डिग्री आणि त्यासाठी आपल्याला x कोऑर्डिनेट फाइंड आउट करायचे. सो व्हॉट इज द प्रोसिजर? एक्सटेंड दिस लाइन. तर ही लाईन बघा, आता ह्या ग्राफला दोन ठिकाणी इंटरसेक्ट होते. एकदा या पॉइंटला, म्हणजे इथून जर आपण परपेंडिक्युलर टाकला तर आपल्याला हा एक अँगल ऑफ इन्सिडेंस I1 मिळाला आणि इथून परपेंडिक्युलर टाकला तर हा अजून एक अँगल ऑफ इन्सिडेंस मिळेल. So I2 is greater than I1, they are not equal. So when the angle of deviation is greater than delta m, then for a given value of angle of deviation delta greater than delta m, there are two values of angle of incidence. One is I1, other is I2. So I1 and I2 are different. I2 is greater than I1. I1 minus I2 is not 0. So when delta is greater than delta n, then there are two values of angle of incidence I1 and I2, so that I2 minus I1 is not equal to 0. आपल्या फिगर मध्ये बघा, this is 45 and this is nearly 28. So 45 minus 28. So the difference is not 0. बरोबर. So the graph is like this. Now I will show the graph after magnification. So this is the one value delta 1. This is the another value delta 2. This is the third value delta 3, and this is the delta m. So delta 1, delta 2, delta 3, all the values are greater than delta m. So draw perpendicular. So there are two angle of incidence, I1 and I1 dash. आता डेल्टा 2 साठी पण आपल्याला दोन व्हॅल्यू मिळतील. ड्रॉ परपेंडिक्युलर. This is I2 and this is I2 dash. डेल्टा 3 साठी पण दोन व्हॅल्यू मिळतील. I3 dash. हे एवढं मी कशासाठी सांगतो ते नीट लक्षात घ्या. When when delta is equal to delta 1, then there are two angle of incidence, I1 dash minus I1 is not equal to 0. For delta is equal to delta 2, then I2 dash minus I2 is not equal to 0. For delta is equal to delta 3, I3 dash minus I3 is not equal to 0. आता ह्या दोन अँगलमधला डिफरन्स जो लेफ्ट हँड साईडचा तो चेक करा. when delta is equal to delta m, I1 and I1 dash are like this. याच्यातला डिफरन्स ज्यादा आहे. डेल्टा 2 साठी हा डिफरन्स कमी झाला, ब्ल्यू कलर. डेल्टा 3 साठी हा डिफरन्स अजून कमी झाला, रेड कलर. ब्लॅक कलरचे दोन अँगल ऑफ इन्सिडन्स I1 आणि I1 डॅश, ब्ल्यू कलरचे दोन अँगल ऑफ इन्सिडन्स I2 आणि I2 डॅश, रेड कलरचे दोन अँगल ऑफ इन्सिडन्स I3 आणि I3 डॅश. तर हा डिफरन्स कमी कमी होत चाललो. सो व्हेन डेल्टा डिक्रीजेस, डेल्टा 1, डेल्टा 2, डेल्टा 3, हा अँगल ऑफ डेविएशन जर आपण डिक्रीज केला तर I1 I2 मधला डिफरन्स कमी कमी होत चालला. मग आता इथे काय, when delta is equal to delta m, then there are no two angles. इथे जसे आपल्याला I1 I1 डॅश मिळाला, I2 I2 डॅश मिळाला, I3 I3, तसं इथे नाही होणार. सो when delta is equal to delta m in our figure, this I1 and I2 will become equal. So this is the important property. So case number 2, when delta is the minimum, that is delta is equal to delta m, then I1 becomes exactly equal to I2, so that I1 minus I2 becomes 0. या दोन अँगल मधला डिफरन्स डेल्टा m साठी 0 होईल. So delta greater than delta m difference is not 0, and delta is equal to delta m difference becomes 0, means I1 and I2 become equal. I1 and I2 are different, I1 and I2 are equal. This is the important property. So for given value of delta, more than delta m, there are two angle of incidence, one is I1 and other is I2. तर हे जे दोन अँगल्स आहेत, हे दोन अँगल्स काय असतात? For same value of delta, greater than delta m, there are two angle of incidence, I1 equal to that, and I2 is equal to that. या I1 I2 च्या व्हॅल्यू काय असतात ते आपल्याला एक्सप्लेन करायचे. तर दिस एक्सप्लेनेशन इज इम्पॉर्टंट. ग्राफचे रिडिंग कसे घ्यायचे ते आपल्याला माहिती पाहिजे. सो रिमेंबर दिस वन, when we decrease the value of angle of deviation, the difference between two angle of incidence goes on decreasing. This difference is more, this difference is less, this difference is still less, and at delta is equal to delta m, the difference will become 0. या डेल्टा एम साठी आपल्याला एकच अँगल ऑफ इन्सिडन्सची व्हॅल्यू मिळेल. I1 I2 दोघी इक्वल होऊन जातील. व्हॉट इज दिस टू अँगल ऑफ इन्सिडन्स? सो आउट ऑफ दिस टू अँगल ऑफ इन्सिडन्स I1 and I2, one angle of incidence is I and other angle of incidence is E. How? त्यासाठी आपल्याला पुन्हा ही फिगरची जॉमेट्री लागेल. So this is the graphical expression. Now this table is not required. हा कंक्लुजन ऑलरेडी आपण इथे लिहिलेला आहे. So remember the result from the graph. As angle of incidence increases, angle of deviation first decreases, become minimum and then increases. When delta is greater than delta m, there are two angle of incidence. When delta is equal to delta m, there is only one angle of incidence. I1 I2 become equal at delta is equal to delta m. I1 I2 are different for delta greater than delta m. like this. Now, out of these two angles of incidence, one angle is I, other angle is E, or vice versa. You can consider anyone. How? Now, this principle of reversibility of light is very important. Forward path, backward path. Forward path and backward path. Backward path. Forward path. Property. Forward path now लिहितो मी अगोदर. The forward path is P to Q, Q to R, R to S. The reverse path is S to R, R to Q, and Q to P. PQRS is a forward path, SRQP is a reverse path. Angle of deviation. Angle of deviation. आता फॉरवर्ड पाथ साठी angle of deviation कोणतं आहे? Incident ray is PP dash and emergent ray is the S dash S. So this is the angle of deviation. Angle of deviation delta is equal to angle P dash T S, and for a reverse path. Now incident ray is going in this direction, S to R, R to Q, Q to P. So incident ray is S S dash. So this is the angle of deviation. This is the incident ray and this is the emergent ray. So angle S dash T Q or P. So both angle of deviations are same. Now, what is the angle of incidence? For forward path, angle of incidence is equal to I angle PQN. PQN. For a reverse path, this will be the angle of incidence. Because for reverse path the ray of light is going from S to R, so this is E is equal to angle S R and dash. Angle of incidence is one is I, other is E. हे जर आपल्याला पाहिजे when angle of deviation delta is same, so for one value of angle of deviation delta there are two value of angle of incidence. Out of that, one is I for forward path, other is E for reverse path. Delta is same, but angle of incidence for for forward path PQRS is I, for reverse path it is E, and therefore I1 is equal to I and I2 is equal to E. जो आपण या डायरेक्शननी रे ऑफ लाइट पाठवणार तो हा I होऊन जाईल, हा E होऊन जाईल. So what this table shows, for same value of delta there are two angle of incidence, one is I and other is E, and this I and E here we have denoted by I1 and I2. So what this table indicates, that is the important part. The table shows that आपल्याला फक्त हे रिझल्ट पाहिजे. Table shows that for same value of angle of deviation delta there are two angle of incidence. One is I is equal to I1 for PQRS path, forward path, and other is E is equal to I2 for a reverse path SRQP. SRQP, like this. So for given value of angle of deviation delta, there are two angle of incidence. आता delta is equal to delta m रखा. So one angle of incidence is I1 is equal to I, other angle of incidence is I2 is equal to I. यात हा क्वेश्चन मार्क आपण करून घेऊ. तर ह्या टेबलवर आपण हे व्हेरीफाय केलं. डेरिव्हेशन ऑलरेडी लेंदी, त्याच्यामुळे हे सर्व एक्सप्रेशन मध्ये देण्याची गरज नाही. डायरेक्ट आपण हे रिझल्ट दिलेले नोट्समध्ये. फॉर द सेम व्हॅल्यू ऑफ अँगल ऑफ डेव्हिएशन डेल्टा shown in the figure, there are two angle of incidence. One angle of incidence I1 is equal to I, other angle of incidence I2 is equal to E. This I1 is the angle of incidence for the forward path PQRS. This I2 is equal to E for the reverse path SRQP. So here result आपल्याला द्यायचे असतात. So when delta is equal to delta M, then I1 is equal to I2. Therefore, I is equal to E. So this property is important. When delta is equal to delta M, there is only one value of angle of incidence. I1, I2 become equal. अजून काय प्रॉपर्टी आपल्याला इथे ऍड करता येतील? Also, delta is equal to delta M च्या properties important. When delta is equal to delta M, there is only one value of angle of incidence. So I1, I2 become equal. Out of these two values, one angle of incidence is I, other angle of incidence is E. So I and E becomes equal. मग I and E जर equal झाले तर अजून काय चेंज होईल? R1, R2 पण equal होतील. So I and E are equal. Say this is 40, this is 40. So forward path angle of refraction R1, for reverse path angle of R2, they will also become equal. So by calculation we can show this. Also R1 becomes equal to R2 आणि R1 R2 इक्वल झाले तर काय होईल? हा जो रिफ्रॅक्टेड रे दिसतोय तो आपल्या फिगरमध्ये या BC ला पॅरलल नाही. So this refracted ray QR passing to the prism, it goes symmetrically. Symmetrically means it becomes parallel to the base BC. या BC ला आपण बेस म्हटलेलं आहे. So when delta is equal to delta M, there is only one angle of incidence. Therefore, I1 become equal to I2. So I is equal to R1 is equal to R2. The refracted ray QR passes symmetrically. So that symmetrical म्हणजे काय? QR becomes parallel to the base BC. या delta is equal to delta M च्या properties आहेत. So when the angle of deviation delta is equal to delta M, then there is only one angle of incidence. I1 is equal to I2. आता ये फिगर नहीं. The graph वरची रीडिंग आपल्याला माहिती पाहिजे. When this delta is greater than delta M पेक्षा हा ज्यादा है. There are two point of intersection. For this point of intersection there is one angle of incidence. For this another point of intersection. Oh. So when delta is equal to delta M, there are two angle of incidence I1 and I2 become equal. So one angle of incidence I1 is equal to I for forward path. second angle of incidence E for a reverse path. Same value of delta, one angle of incidence is I, other angle of incidence is E. So I becomes equal to E. If I and E are equal, then the refractive index mu is same, therefore R1, R2 also become equal. R1, R2 become same, therefore this QR passes symmetrically. It is inclined by equal angle with the surface AB and BC. So this QR becomes parallel to BC, like this. QR becomes parallel to BC. Now, use this property. So, mu is equal to refractive index mu is equal to by Snell's law. We are using this Snell's law. Mu is equal to sin of I upon sin of R. So I is the angle of incidence. So for forward path, mu is equal to sin of I upon sin of R1. But R1 is equal to R2, therefore आता ह्या इक्वेशन मध्ये किंमत टाकली तर A is equal to R1 plus R2. So R2 is also replaced by R1, and therefore A is equal to R1 2 times R1, and therefore R1 is equal to A by 2. So R1 is equal to R2 is equal to A by 2. So if we substitute here, mu is equal to this R1 is equal to A by 2. What is I? Now we can find the value of I from this equation. A is equal to A plus delta is equal to I plus E. When delta is equal to delta M, then what is the change in this equation? A, this delta will become delta M, this is I, this is also I, so this is equal to 2 times I, and therefore I is equal to A plus delta M by 2. So when delta is equal to delta M, then this angle of incidence I is equal to A plus delta M by 2, and angle of refraction R1 is equal to A by 2. So if we substitute this value here, then refractive index mu is equal to sin of A plus angle of deviation delta M by 2 divided by sin of A by 2. So we can determine the value of angle of this angle of deviation from the class. जे प्रॅक्टिसच्या वेळेस आपल्याला जेव्हा रिफ्रॅक्टिव्ह इंडेक्स काढायचं असेल तेव्हा ए तर आपल्याला डायरेक्ट दिलं असतो. इफ इट इज द इक्विलॅटरल प्रिझम ए इज इक्वल टू 60 डिग्री डायरेक्टली आपण सबस्टिट्यूट करू शकतो. पण डेल्टा एम कसं करणार? सो फॉर डेल्टा एम वी टू टेक द ऑब्झर्वेशन. आता मी जे टेबल केलं होतं तसं ऑब्झर्वेशन तुम्हाला घ्यावं लागेल. सो फ्रॉम दॅट ऑब्झर्वेशन प्लॉट ए ग्राफ. म्हणजे एक्सट्रून काय असतो? चेंज द व्हॅल्यू ऑफ एंगल ऑफ इन्सिडन्स, मेजर द एंगल ऑफ डेविएशन, प्लॉट द ग्राफ. फ्रॉम द ग्राफ delta is equal to delta M can be calculated by directly observing on the y coordinate. So we know delta M from graph. We know A for equilateral prism it is 60 degree. So we can find mu. This mu is a refractive index. This is called as the formula for the refractive index of the medium of the glass is called as the prism formula. Is called as a prism formula. So this is the derivation of the prism formula. We can find the refractive index of the transparent medium of the prism by using this prism formula. So it is used for determination of refractive index of prism. Therefore, it is called as a prism formula. Mu is the refractive index. So meaning of the left hand side is mu is equal to Ri, a refractive index of the medium of the prism. So there are only three factors: mu refractive index, A angle of prism, and delta M angle of minimum deviation. Out of three, if two are known, then we can find the third unknown quantity. प्रॉब्लेम सॉल्व करताना आपल्याला हेच करायचं आहे. लक्षात आपल्याला तीनपैकी दोन क्वांटिटी दिलेल्या असतात या रिलेशनमध्ये आणि त्याच्यातून आपल्याला व्हॅल्यू काढता येते ती. सो वी हॅव कम्प्लिटेड प्रिझम फॉर्म्युला. ओके, वी विल स्टॉप हिअर.